best guards, and those guys average combined almost 50 points a game.
Very talented, quick, athletic, shoot it, get to the rim. Tough task. I mean, they do a lot of things well. I think more importantly, do a great job playing with each other.
Does their lineup with their being guard heavy like that, does that affect your rotation?
Not at all. Not at all. I think we still have to do things we need to do necessarily to win the ball game. We have to do a better job of really defending them. Those ball screens. One thing about them, turn that corner, and they also have Murphy as a pick and pop big guy can really stress the defense as well. So you got to do a really good job with your ball screen defense.
You got another big guy that's pretty good, Patrick Young. Just talk a little bit about him.
Without a doubt, massive double team, very physical presence. Holds deep on you, runs the floor very well, and it's so tough as you try to identify him on the blocks. And that was brilliant guys out there shoot the ball so well.
Cuonzo, you get excited about opening a conference season. It's kind of pretty scary.
It is. I mean, it's always fun, especially in a great league like this. It's a great opponent. And I think more importantly, you guys get excited about playing in conference play. Also being at home with good fans, I think it all goes well for us.
11 a.m. start. How much does that change your routine? Just looking forward.
I would imagine it changes for both teams. I mean, we'll stick to the script from the standpoint of getting something that sits in really good level.
You have to play a lot more physical against Florida than you did against Memphis.
I just think you have to play physical, and that's what we all got to be physical more than anything. Florida have quick guards, athletic. I wouldn't necessarily call it physical. You know, guards are very talented and very skilled. They're not guys that bang all night long. Patrick Young's a physical presence down there. He's a physical presence, but as far as their perimeter guys, they just play basketball, trying to get to the rim and score the ball.
Given the balanced scoring that they have, they got 5 guys starting in double figures. Would this be maybe the most difficult offensive team you would have faced in the game?
I would say probably the most. I mean, Memphis is very talented. I think they're very talented because they got so many guys. I mean, in most cases, you can identify with 2 or 3 guys when you're going against a team. But I think for these guys, they have 5 guys on the floor that are threats at all times.
Coach, you talked about when you played basketball, you were in a great conference team. Did you see a significant change from your team once you got into conference play?
I think what happens, it depends on how you're going into conference play. Outside of my freshman year, we went into conference, one of the better teams, and top 2 teams, so obviously different things that still trying to win against because we got a high level. Then also have a guy like Glenn Robinson on our team, where everybody identified with. I think, from our guys' standpoint, excited to be in conference play, have a great opponent, to be at home, play on ESPN. I think it'll be fun for our guys.
Coach, you talked a lot about ball screen defense. Florida historically really has utilized the ball screen offense well. Can you talk about that challenge and that kind of a focus?
I think up until the Memphis game in the second half, I thought we were doing a really good job with our ball screen defense. So it's really more or less getting back to the basics. Being aggressive, I didn't think we did a good job in the second half of staying in the ball. So now it's just staying in the ball, being aggressive. But also you have to be the aggressive when you're playing ball screen defense. You can't be back on your heels. It can be a long night for you.
Florida was better guards. Donovan was better. Talk about that and how they executed
They do a good job. But I think more important with a ball screen defense, you can have a guy coming off a ball screen. When you have 2 or 3 guys that can shoot it on those wings on the backside, that's when it's extremely tough.
You've had some players that are inconsistent. Has that made it more difficult for you to define your rotation?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think you like to have a rotation identified, but not necessarily when so many guys are still trying to find their way. So, I mean, because they have to get in the flow to be consistent with what they're trying to do. But once again, my gauge as a coach is not necessarily how many shots they take on offense, and how you perform at the other end, and how hard you play. I think that's the gauge more than anything, as opposed to how many shots you're making on tape.
Have you settled on a rotation now, or are you still searching?
I wouldn't necessarily say we're searching, but we're close to it.
You play a lot of talented teams in non-conference games already. How does Florida stack up with these teams?
I think just as good as anyone, especially when you have a guard player and have a physical low post presence. And I consider Murphy a guard, even though he's 16, because of the stretch and the way he shoots the ball. And when you have 4 guys out there trying to shoot the ball out there, you have to really do a good job with your man-to-man on-ball defense. I mean, you can't rely on a lot of help behind you because there's so many other guys you have to identify with.
I know you didn't play against Patrick Young a year ago, but can you identify from watching film where he's improved over last season?
I think he's doing a good job with the man the ball and the blocks. really been assertive. It's probably tough sometimes with so many golfers that can shoot the ball as well as they do and really penetrate. You know, most cases last year probably fed off penetration, scoring the ball. Now they're going inside to him, demanding a double team down there. Really being aggressive.
Can we get a daily journal update?
Doing fine. He's actually he should be here in the next hour or so in town, moving into the dorm and ready to go.
So not practicing today?
Has to take his physical and complete everything, but he'll be shoot around tomorrow.
Dressed out on the bench?
Dressed out on the bench, if he's cleared by the SEC. Yes.
Is that possible today? Did you hear about it?
We hope so.
Is that an any day thing for the SEC?
The offices were closed, so hopefully, next week he's in the fold full time.
Is there a window at which he can practice before the SEC leaves? I mean, if they wait 2 weeks, can he practice?
He's cleared, he can practice, yes. He's cleared, he can practice. Yes.
So he has to be cleared by the SEC before he can practice?
Yes.
What are you expecting him to be ready to play really soon? I know he's going to need some time to get back to the flow, but are you kind of expecting him because of kind of the player he is now?
I think really it's one day at a time. You know, he's a tough, he's a hard-nosed competitive guy that wants to be on the floor as soon as he gets here. I think the most important thing for us is to make sure he's healthy and he's ready to play. And I say that condition-wise, he's ready to play.
Coach, is that more important than picking up the system on both? Because that seems like it would be quite a chore for him just to come in and do that. It's really just about conditioning, kind of.
I think that's it, because he works out all the time, he lifts weights, and he works on his individual skills. But you're probably talking about a guy that's probably played maybe 5 games of 5-on-5 competitive since the end of July. And you're talking about a guy that's 6'8", 260 pounds. That's total a lot of weight to all of a sudden say, okay, you be ready in a week. That's a tough thing to do.
Is it even too early for you to put expectations on him? You're just going to have to kind of wait and see how he does in practice?
Well, I think the biggest key is just play hard. I mean, expectations take care of themselves. I just want to go out and play hard.